Okay guys, good evening. So tonight we will talk about deriving a quadratic formula. Deriving a quadratic formula, we have to go through some important parts. Uh, the first part is to complete the perfect square trinomial of the variable of the terms that has a variable. And the second one is to take the root of the variable. So usually the variable we will usually use is x. So we also use the variable x now. So first thing we have to do is to have a standard form of a quadratic equation. Okay, so we have a x squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So this is a standard form of a quadratic equations. So this a, b, and c are the constants, and we have two variables. We have two variables in the first term x, and the second term's variable x. So we have two variables in the two terms. Okay, so the first step to go through to the completing the square of the perfect trinomial is first is see to it that the leading coefficient a, leading coefficients is always beside with the variable with the highest degree. So this is the variable with the highest degree. The other variable is the degree is 1. This is 2. Beside it is the leading coefficient a. So we have to divide the leading coefficient all terms, including across the equal sign. So we divide a, so divide a. So this is the first term. This is the first step rather. Okay, cancel. So we will have x squared plus b over a x plus c over a equals 0. Okay, so the second step is to isolate the terms that has a variable. So the terms that has a variable is the first term and the second term. So the third term has no variable, so we have to take it out. Okay, so x squared plus b over ax. So these are the two that has a variable. Okay, this term c over b, so c over a, so we have to take it out. So what do we have to do now? So plus over ce. So since it is plus positive, so we have to subtract positive, so we have to subtract what to subtract itself. Okay, since we subtract in the left sides, we should also do the same thing in the right side. So we also have to subtract here. Why? In order to maintain the balance of the equation, right? Then simplify. So we have x squared plus b over a x plus this is equals 0. So we have equals negative c over a. So here, this expression is, we have to make it a perfect square trinomial, right? So this is the important part that I mentioned earlier. So this, we have to make it a perfect square trinomial. So what is missing here is the third part, or the third term, right? Okay, so what is a perfect square trinomial, by the way? So let's review. So suppose this is x plus x plus y squared. So x squared plus 2 times xy plus y squared. So this is an example of a perfect square trinomial. Perfect square trinomial. So our goal is, this expression is, we have to make it like this expression. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do now is to find the missing part here. So this one, this missing part. So we have to find. So actually this b over a and this b over a and this one is equal, right? Equal. So this 2 here should go to the denominator, not to the numerator. So it should go to the denominator. So this would become 2a equal to xy. So this is what we need. Okay, this is what we are looking for. This is this y. Okay, this one, this. So we have to add this one, b over 2a. So since it has a squared, so we also put a squared. Okay, so we have now a perfect square trinomial. Then in the right side, don't forget. So what you add in on the left sides, you should do it also on the right side to maintain the balance. Okay. So we add here, so we also add here plus b over 2a squared. Okay, right. And then let's proceed. Okay, so what have like what I have said, this is already a perfect square trinomial. So this can be expressed like this, right? This can be expressed like this. So this will become x plus b over 2a quantity squared. And on the right side, simplify. Negative c over a plus b squared 4a squared. Okay. Then work on the right side. Combine. So you have to combine. So look for the LCD. So we have LCD 4a squared. 4a squared. 4a squared divided by a. So 4a times c. So we have negative 4ac. 4a squared divided by 4a squared. 1 times b squared plus b squared. Okay. So actually we can put this on the middle so that we will have a positive. Okay. So rewrite. We can actually rewrite this. So b squared. So rewrite negative 4 negative 4a c. So this is the same, no, nothing has changed. 4a squared. So on the left side, just copy x plus b over 2a squared. So we are done in the first part. So in our goal in the first part is to complete the perfect square trinomial. So our second part, the second goal is to take the root of x, right? So the first part is we complete a perfect square trinomial. So we complete the variable x, right? The variable x, we isolate this earlier and we complete into a perfect square trinomial. So then now the second part is to take the root of x. Okay, first thing to do is to cancel this exponent 2. So in order to cancel the exponent 2, so we have to multiply that 1/2, right? 2 multiplied by 1/2. So both side, okay? So we have to, in order to cancel that. So actually, 1/2 is equal to the square root sign. 1/2. So the invisible index here is 2. It is invisible. Okay, 2. So then we take the roots. x plus just put the square root sign to save a space. Okay, and both sides. Okay, so the remaining here would be x, that is cancelled, x plus b over 2a equals plus minus square root of b squared minus 4 ec. This 4a squared is a perfect square, so we can remove it out from the square root sign. So remove, that would become, so that is not already, that is not included already, so this is out. So square root of 4 is 2, square root of 4a squared is a. Okay, then next is isolate the x. So we need in the left side that the only variable x is the only one remains. Okay, so we have to cancel it out. So x plus b over 2, since it is positive, so we have to subtract b over 2a. So since we subtract in the left, so we also do the same thing in the right. So subtract also b over 2a plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so x, so this is 0, right? 0, then equal to negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over, so the same denominator, all over 2a. So this is the formula of the quadratic. Okay, this is the formula of the quadratic to find the root of x. Okay, so that is all for tonight. So God bless and good night. So, and also please subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.